Now we will be studying some numericals on compressible flows. The question is like this: find the sonic velocity for a following fluid. Is crude oil of specific gravity 0.8. For the first case, he has given the specific gravity Sg is equals to 0.8 and he has given the bulk modulus K is equals to 153036 Newton per centimeter square. Whenever the question is given in terms of centimeters and all, please convert that in terms of meters. Why? Because whatever we are doing is in terms of metrics here. So this is 153036 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per meter square. Why? Because centimeters to meter is equals to 10 raised to 2, 10 raised to minus 2. As this is in the denominator, it becomes 10 raised to 2 meter square, centimeter square, it becomes 10 raised to 4, right? 10 raised to minus 4 in the denominator and goes to the numerator, it is 10 raised to 4 here. Now, after this, what he has asked, find the sonic velocity for the following fluid, right? Sonic velocity is nothing but a c, that is velocity of sound. For bulk modulus, in terms of bulk modulus, sonic velocity or the velocity of sound is given by k by rho, right? Is bulk modulus, it is a square root of bulk modulus by density of the fluid here. Yeah, we have the bulk modulus, we don't have the density. To find out density, it is nothing but density is equals to Sg into the density of the fluid. Fluid here is the water, so it becomes 1000, that is 800 density is in terms of kg per meter cube, right? That is kg per meter cube, 800 kg per meter cube here. So C becomes square root of 153036 into 10 raised to 4 divided by 800, right? This will get in terms of 1383.09 meter per second. This is for case 1. For second case, he has given mercury is having bulk modulus K is equals to 2648700 Newton per centimeter square, that is equals to 2648700 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per meter square, right? Now same formula, C is equals to square root of K divided by rho. K is 2648700 into 10 raised to 4 divided by rho. Rho is density of mercury, right? Density of mercury, we know that the specific gravity of the mercury is 13.6. So density becomes 13.6 into 1000. So we'll get C is equals to 1395.55 meter per second here. This is for mercury Hg, right? See here, when you compare these two, if the density of the fluid changes, then the sonic velocity or the velocity of the projectile or the fluid will increase there, right? But you should have the same bulk modulus, but in the previous question you don't have the same bulk modulus there, right? Now next question, he has given the aeroplane is flying at a height of 15 kilometers. That means he has given the height, I'll take height as Z, it is 15 kilometers there. Then he has given temperature T is equals to minus 50 degree centigrade. Always remember, temperature you should keep in terms of Kelvin there, that is minus 50 plus 273, that is equals to 223 degree Kelvin. It is equals to 223 degree Kelvin here. Then what he has given, the speed of the plane corresponding to Mach number he has given m is equals to 2, and he has given assume k is equals to 1.4. I'll write as it is, k is equals to 1.4. What is this k? K is nothing but the gamma here, right? Ratios of specific heats, right? Cp by Cv, that is gamma here. K is nothing but gamma here. And then what he has given, and he has given R. R is equals to 287 joules per kg Kelvin. And what he has asked to find the speed of plane, right? Here he has asked to find out the V. V is nothing but the speed of plane. I have seen students making confusion with respect to V and C, right? When the V is asked, students replace V by C there, right? Now coming to this, what is asked? He has asked to find out the speed of plane there, right? We know that C is equals to square root of gamma R T. This is for an adiabatic process there, right? Now for an adiabatic process, we know that the velocity of sound is equals to C is equals to gamma R T there, right? And we know that Mach number m is equals to V divided by C. V here is the velocity of the projectile or a velocity of the fluid. C here is the velocity of sound, right? In this, V is known, we don't know. Mach we know, V are supposed to find out. We know Mach number, we don't know C there, right? That means there are two unknowns. So to find out C, we have this formula here, right? Now square root of gamma is 1.4 into R here is 287 into T here is 223 degree Kelvin here. So C becomes 299.33. It is, C is nothing but velocity of a sound, it is meter per second, right? Now substitute C in this value. Mach number we know, Mach is 2, velocity V we need to find out, velocity of the projectile or a velocity of the fluid there. Here the velocity of the aeroplane, V is nothing but the velocity of the plane there, right? Divided by C is 299.33. Find out V. V is equals to 2155.17. Sorry, it is 598.66 meter per second here. It is the velocity of the projectile, 598.66 meter per second here. Right. Now we shall go with the next problem or the next numerical here. Here in this is given the projectile travels in air of pressure. He has given the pressure there, P he has given, P is equals to 10.1043 Newton per centimeter square here, right? Always remember Newton per centimeter square, convert that in terms of Newton per meter square into 10 raised to 4 Newton per meter square, right? Now then what is given at 10 degree centigrade, that means temperature T is given 10 degree centigrade. When temperature is given in terms of degree, convert that in terms of Kelvin. 10 plus 273, that is equals to 283 degree Kelvin here. Then what is given, find out the Mach number and Mach angle, right? And alpha is how much, and he has given take gamma, that is K is equals to 1.4, and he has given R is equals to 287, right? This is the question what he has given. We know that Mach number m is equals to V divided by C here, right? Now he has not given either the velocity of the projectile or the velocity of sound here, right? Here he has given this is the velocity of the projectile here, right? Projectile, that is v is equals to 1500 kilometer per hour. Always remember velocity we used to substitute in terms of meter per second. So 1500 kilometer to meter is 1000 here, right? 1000 divided by hour to second, 60 into 60. So v is equals to 416.67 meter per second. This is the velocity of the projectile here, right? And has he given the Mach number? No, we need to find out Mach number. We don't know c also here, right? Now we have the formula to find out c. C is equals to square root of gamma r t, right? C square root of gamma is 1.4 and r is 287 joules per kg Kelvin. 287 into temperature is 283, right? Find out the value of c. So c we will get as 337.2 meter per second. Always remember, c is the velocity of sound, v is the velocity of projectile. I have seen students making making mistakes. They will take v is the velocity of sound and c is the velocity of projectile. No, c is the velocity of sound, right? C is the velocity of sound, v is the velocity of the projectile here, right? After finding out c, substitute in Mach number formula. M is equals to v divided by c, that is equals to that implies we need to find out Mach number. M is equals to v, we have found out, that is 416.67 divided by c, it is 337.2. So we'll get Mach number M is equals to 1.235, right? Here Mach number is a dimensionless quantity, right? Now after this, what is asked? To find out the alpha here, right? To find out alpha, we have the equation, that is cone angle, Mach cone angle. We have sin alpha is equals to c divided by v. It is the inverse of this, inverse of Mach number. Also I can write 1 divided by m here, right? So substitute alpha is equals to sin inverse of 1 divided by m, right? That is alpha is equals to sin inverse of 1 divided by 1.235. So alpha will get in terms of 54.06 degree. This is the Mach cone angle here, right? Now we'll go to the next numerical. Yeah, next he has asked to find out, calculate the velocity and Mach number of a supersonic aircraft at an altitude of 1000 meter, right? That means now we shall assume the plane is here. This is the plane, right? This is the plane here, and the observer is here. So he has given this height, right? Here we have a observer here. Now this height he has given as 1000 meters, right? Now calculate the velocity and Mach of a supersonic aircraft, right? This is velocity of a projectile, that is v is how much, and he has asked to find out Mach is how much, Mach number is how much, right? Of a supersonic aircraft flying at an altitude of 1000 meters. Now here we have observer, we have a plane here. When the temperature is, he has given altitude, I'll take that as h or z, I'll take it as z, is equals to 1000 meter, right? Then what he has given, and he has given the temperature T is equals to 280 Kelvin. The sound of the aircraft is heard 2.15 seconds after the passage of aircraft. Now the plane is moving in this direction, right? So let us assume the disturbance is made when the plane is here, right? After it is traveled some distance, the sound is heard to this person, right? That means this is the velocity here, this is the velocity here, right? This is velocity of a projectile, that is v, right? That means this velocity is 2.15 times of v, right? Now 2.15 times of v here, sorry, yeah. Now this is the velocity of a projectile, v is the velocity of the projectile, that is this distance is 2.15 times of v here, this distance from the plane which is traveled from this point to this point, that is what he has told. The sound of the aircraft is heard 2.15 second after the passage of aircraft, right? This is the distance, right? Distance, velocity is in terms of meter per second, right? Into second, second get cancels, here we'll get in terms of meter. This is what we have done. 2.15 is the time into velocity, we'll get the distance traveled by the plane when the person or the observer has heard that sound, right? Let us make like this, right? Now what is given after the passage of aircraft on the head of the observer, take gamma is equals to 1.14, right? As given, yeah, time t is equals to 2.15 seconds, right? Now after that he has given gamma is equals to 1.14 and r is equals to 287 joules per kg Kelvin. What he has asked to find out? He has asked to find out the velocity of the projectile, also the Mach number, right? Now let us write this as A and A dash, and O, let us assume it as observer here, right? Now the distance A to A dash is nothing but velocity v into time t here, velocity v into time, that is in terms of meter per second, into second will get in terms of meter here, that is A to A dash, that is nothing but meter. This is velocity is v into time is 2.115 here, that is what I have written, 2.15 times of v. So you should not get confused with that, right? Now after this, what is asked to find? We has asked to find out the velocity and Mach number. To find out that, we have the formula Mach number is equals to v divided by c here, right? Now in this we don't know Mach number, we don't know velocity of the projectile, we don't know c also. We shall find one by one. That means first I'll take out c here. C is the velocity of the sound here, right? To find out the velocity of sound, we have the formula, it is square root of gamma r t, right? Gamma here is 1.14 into r 287 into t temperature, yeah, temperature is 280 Kelvin. So we'll get C as 336.6119 meter per second. This is the velocity of sound. One is done there, right? Now to find out this V and M, we shall assume the angle as alpha here. This is the cone angle, right? This is nothing but the cone angle there, right? Now I'll write tan alpha. Tan alpha is what? Tan alpha is nothing but the opposite, that is OA, opposite by adjacent A dash, right? OA is nothing but 1000 meter divided by A dash is 2.15 times of V, right? Now at the end I'll get this as 465.116 by V. That is nothing but tan alpha there. Right. Now after this, what I'll take, I'll substitute in Mach number. M is equals to V divided by C here. Right. Or else I can write M is equals to 1 divided by sine alpha there. Right. Now 1 divided by sine alpha is nothing but V divided by C here. Now I'll take these two values. Right. Now I'll take these two values. So V is equals to C divided by sine alpha here. Right. C we already found out, that is 336.6119 divided by sine alpha. Now we got V as this value 336.6119. Substitute in tan alpha here. So tan alpha is equals to 465.116 divided by V is 336.6119 divided by sine alpha here. Right. So we got only one unknown, that is alpha here. Right. Now what I'll do, I'll write tan alpha as sine alpha divided by cos alpha is equals to sine alpha into 465.116 divided by 336.6119. So sine alpha get cancels, remaining will only be cos alpha is equals to 336.6119 divided by 465.116. Now find out alpha here. Alpha will be 43.6391 degree. Right. Now after this, what he has asked is asked to find out the value I'll write it here itself. Now after this, he has asked to find out Mach number here, right? So Mach number, we have the formula M is equals to V divided by C, right? Now, this is the question. See here, Mach number M is equals to V divided by C here. So we have Mach number M is equals to V divided by C here, right? So we have the formula, we have got already C as this value and we need to find out V here, right? So also I can write Mach number M is equals to 1 divided by sine alpha here, right? Now I'll take these two terms. So V is what I need to find out, divided by C. C here we got as 336.6119. V is equals to V is equals to 330. V is what we need to find, divided by C is equals to 336.6119 is equals to 1 divided by sine alpha is 43.6391, right? Only unknown here is V. V is equals to 336.6119 divided by sine 43.639. So we'll get V is equals to 487.763 meter per second. This is how we have found out the velocity V. And what he has asked, one more thing, is asked to find out the velocity and Mach number here, right? To find out Mach number, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to use this formula here, right? You can directly substitute m is equals to v divided by c, right? Or the v is 487.763 divided by c. C is 336.6119 here. So we'll get Mach number as 487.763 divided by 336.6119. Get Mach number m is equals to 1.449, right? This is one of the most important type of questions what you can expect in the main examination, right? Whatever we have done, the 4 different types of numericals, only those 4 different types of numericals you can expect in the main examination. Out of this is the most important one, right? Thank you.